The battle of the fairy and her friends against the wizard. The power of friendship, solidarity, and courage. Once upon a time, a beautiful fairy lived in a magical forest. The fairy helped all the creatures in the forest and was loved by everyone. However, one day, an evil wizard came to the forest and destroyed all the beauty. All the creatures in the forest were defenseless against the dark powers of the wizard. The fairy decided to fight to restore the forest's beauty. However, she had also been affected by the wizard's powers and was not strong enough to perform magic. Therefore, she set out to seek help from all corners of the forest. The fairy gathered a group of friends from different races and abilities: an elf, a dwarf, a human, and a dragon. Each had a unique ability. The elf was famous for his archery skills. The dwarf was an expert in mining and construction. The human stood out with his strategy and leadership abilities, while the dragon was powerful enough to defeat enemies with its flames. Together, they began to fight against the wizard's evil creatures. Each used their own abilities to defeat the wizard's army. However, the wizard played his last card to protect himself and cast a powerful spell against the fairy. The fairy became powerless in front of the wizard and lost hope. However, her friends gave her strength and helped her by combining their own abilities. The elf's arrows, the dwarf's mining skills, the human's leadership, and the dragon's flames all came together to defeat the wizard. The fairy, who restored the forest's beauty, was grateful to her friends and presented each of them with a special gift. She gave the elf an endless archery skill, the dwarf an endless chance to mine, the human an infinite wisdom and leadership and strategy, and the dragon an endless power in its flames. Finally, the forest regained its beauty, and everyone was grateful to the fairy and her friends. This story tells the power of friendship, solidarity, and courage.